That's strategy number one, is you want to handle change. Number two strategy, if you want to have more fun and less stress and make time fly, work as a team. Work as a team. I will tell you, isn't it funny? You guys are a funny crowd, because when I say that, half of you are like, yes, teamwork! The other half are like, well, if you knew who was in my kitchen, you wouldn't be saying work as a team, I'll tell you that right now. Work as a team, my ass. I'll tell you who the team is. I'm the whole team. I'm the one that does all the work. I do 5 jobs. So funny the different reactions you get. But let me tell you, I told you I've been in hundreds of kitchens, right? Thousands now. Not thousands, over 1,000 different kitchens. And that sounds crazy. But I'll tell you, the biggest difference that I see when I go from one kitchen to another, it has to do with teamwork and attitude. And I can usually tell when I walk into a school cafeteria kitchen, I can tell within 30 seconds if that's a good place to work. I'm telling you, if I go into a kitchen that's got high teamwork and good attitudes, you can feel it right away. Right, I'll go walking in there, and as soon as I walk in, somebody goes, well, hey, sweetie pie. I'm like, oh, she called me sweetie pie. That might be sexual harassment. I don't care. I kind of like that. You can call me sweetie pie whenever you want. Now, one lady called me sweet cheeks. I wasn't so comfortable with that. I'm not so sure what that means. Hey, you know what? How they talk to me isn't as revealing as how they talk to each other. Right? When I go into a kitchen with high teamwork and good attitudes, here's the kind of things I hear. Hey, let me help you with that. Hey, how can I help you? Oh, don't worry, I got it. Hey, you look nice today. I see people smiling. I hear them laughing. I've heard them singing. Some of you guys are like, where are these kitchens, in Narnia? But I'm telling you, when I'm in a kitchen like that and then I leave, I always think, man, what a great place to work. I would love to work in a kitchen like that. And I used to make the mistake of giving the credit to that to the school food service director. I'd say, wow, this district must have a great leader. But you know what I've discovered? Good attitudes and teamwork are not necessarily a district-wide phenomenon. Because I can go into one kitchen where everybody loves their jobs, they love the kids are happy, the parents are happy, they're happy, it's rainbows and unicorns and puppy dog kisses in there, right? Can't stop the feeling in those kitchens. And I'll leave that kitchen, get in my car, and drive right down the road. Sometimes right across the street to another school building in the same district. And you walk in there, same job, same pay, same menu, same shirt. Whole different attitude. Right? When I walk in there, instead of, hey, sweetie pie, here's what I get. What do you want? You can't come in here. Nope. You talk to the hand. You talk to the booty, because the hand's off duty. There's something you didn't think would happen at work today. Oh yeah, and again, how they talk to me isn't as revealing as how they talk to each other, right? When attitudes are bad and teamwork is bad, here's the kind of things that I hear. That ain't my job. I ain't doing that. I'm going on break. Hey, you parked in my parking space. I'm telling you. And I love watching. These are the people I love to watch, because you can learn a lot from anything, right? And when I see a kitchen with bad attitudes, I like to study. And I just watch them. And I'm fascinated, because when there's bad attitudes and bad teamwork in the kitchen, it starts to manifest physically. Here's the first thing that happens. Everybody gets territorial. Hey, this is my area. This is Margaret's zone. Okay? From the cooler to the oven, This is my area. You do not belong in this area. Okay? This is property of me. And right next to Margaret World, you got Samantha set up shop over here, right? And she's got her little area. Everybody's got their little space, and you're like, do I need a passport to go over that? And then when it gets really bad, people start getting territorial, not just about their space, but about the task that they're doing that day. Right? You got Samantha, she's putting pudding in a cup. And if your name isn't Samantha, don't touch the pudding. Okay? Pudding's my job. I don't know what your job is, but why don't you go do it? I'm queen of the pudding people, okay? I'm in charge of pudding. And then right next door, you got Margaret over here, and she's putting salad in a to-go box. And if your name isn't Margaret, don't you touch the salad, right? Now, if she gets done early, is she going to chip in and help with the pudding? Oh, no. But you know what she will do? She'll stand there and supervise. Dang, woman, where'd you learn to use a spoon? You're slow as molasses in January. Oh, yeah. It's unbelievable. Hey, and you know what? You want to know what the worst is? God forbid if anyone touches somebody else's cart. Right? What is it with the carts in the school cafeteria? Where's the crazy cart people? Have their own special cart. You're busted. You're busted. Those are my favorite people to watch. The ones that got their own little special cart and they don't want anyone else to have it. Because here, I tell you, all right, shh, calm down. I tell people, I'm like the cafeteria crocodile hunter. I'm like, crikey, I'm watching the lunch ladies in the wild. Because I love to watch the cart hoarders that just take it with them everywhere. They take it everywhere they go. And you say, Joyce, you taking that cart to the bathroom? You shut up. That's what you do right there. I don't see how that's any of your business. Now, here's my favorite thing to watch. My favorite thing to watch is when the cart hoarder's got her cart, but she gets to a spot in the kitchen where it won't fit. She's like, uh-oh, I need to put these salads in the cooler, but I don't dare leave my cart out here in the open, right? So what does she do? She waits till the coast is clear and then makes a run for it. And she comes back, who took my cart? Seriously, you guys, that's not funny. Oh, yeah. So what does she do? She puts her name on it. You guys have a cart namer in your kitchen, don't you? Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's the best. Now, I got to tell you, I've been joking about this for years, and I did a training out in Hagerstown, Maryland for Washington County schools, all the schools in Hagerstown, Maryland. And, all right, shh, calm down now. It's a little hard to hear with the echo, so, okay. But the director called me up the next week, and he said, oh, we got so much out of your training, that was great. He goes, I don't think the ladies totally got your message, though. I said, what do you mean? He goes, well, I just sent you an email with a picture of something I found in one of my kitchens. I'm like, oh boy. So I open it up. Here's what it was. And if you can't read that in the back, it's a bucket that says Cindy's bucket. Don't touch, Debbie. And I was like, dang, I've seen people write their name on stuff. I've never seen somebody call out the perpetrator by name. Oh my God. Don't touch Debbie. I love this bucket because it tells a story, doesn't it? Because I don't know Cindy and I don't know Debbie, but I know a little bit about Cindy and Debbie. Right? What do we know about Cindy? Well, apparently she thinks this is her bucket. Even though I'm pretty sure she didn't bring it from home. Right? What else do we know about Cindy? She's not like it when Debbie touches her bucket. What do we know about Debbie? Apparently she touches Cindy's bucket. Now maybe she has a frequent bucket-related emergency. But who thinks like I do that the reason Debbie touches Cindy's bucket is because it irritates Cindy, right? Now here's what we don't know, for real. For real, maybe Cindy and Debbie are best friends and they're just having some fun, don't touch the bucket, right? They're blowing off some steam. If that's what they're doing, is that okay? Absolutely that's okay, right? You gotta have some fun in the cafeteria, right? Or else you're gonna go crazy. However, who thinks like I do that Cindy and Debbie are not best friends? And these women have gone to war over this bucket. And there's way too much bucket attack plans going on and bucket defense strategies, right? And you know the problem with that? Every second fighting over buckets or sponges or sharp knives or carts or whatever is a second not being spent thinking about children's safety, food safety, and nourishing kids, right? And if you're not careful, it can lead to a really bad spill. You ever had a bad spill? Here's the worst, most damaging spills that I've seen. It's when that spirit of conflict spills out of the kitchen, over the serving line, fills up the whole cafeteria. And here comes those poor kids after half a day of school for their favorite subject, lunch. And they walk into the cafeteria and they can feel it. Ooh, something's not right in here, right? Now, kids are smart, but they're not that smart. They're not going to be like, ladies, is there some unresolved conflict? Should I call the counselor? You know what kids do? They go, you know what? I just pack a lunch. I'll just pack a lunch. Hey, no offense to your COO who's talking about the power of the sack lunch, but here's what I'll say. When a kid brings a lunch from home, who loses? Everyone in this room. Who else? The child. Do you know when a kid brings a lunch from home in this country that lunch contains a vegetable less than 1% of the time? Would you agree with me that almost never does a kid bring a meal from home that's as nourishing as what you're going to feed them in the lunchroom? Would you agree with that? So anything you're doing to scare customers away, if your behavior in the kitchen is frightening away customers, you're abusing children. What you're doing is wrong. Yeah, people aren't laughing so much now. You're like, get back to the funny parts. But I'm telling you, I'm challenging you not to get along with your coworkers just because your boss said so. I'm challenging you to get along with your coworkers because that's the best thing for children. And that's how you make time fly in the kitchen. Right? And so that's one of my challenges for you today is how good of a teammate are you? And people are like, I'm a great teammate. Everybody else has got a problem. What if I asked your coworkers to rate you on a scale of 1 to 10 on how great of a teammate you are? Right? Now, I know human nature. Some of you are like, well, I know who needs to hear that. She needs to hear that. She's not who I'm talking to. I'm talking to you. Why do you think I'm talking to you? Because you are the only one you can control. It feels like the conversation sometimes I have with my teenage kids. Natalie, stop saying, well, you know what? She said, I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about you. Well, I wouldn't have said that if she... Natalie. And you know what? When a 12-year-old girl acts that way, it's expected. It's a kid. When a 42-year-old woman talks that way, I'm like, how did you get to this age and skip growing up altogether? Right? I've never seen so many 55-year-old children in my whole life than I have in school cafeterias. Hey, and I'm not just being ornery and picking on you. By the way, if you're taking offense at this, you're the one, not me. I don't know if you're right. I was joking about this, by the way, for the School Nutrition Association of Colorado last summer. I was talking about the carts and the bucket, and there was a woman in the audience who sent a text to her boss that was also in the audience that said, "I know you told the speaker to talk about me." She said, "If you got a problem with me, you come to my face. You don't tell the speaker to make fun of me from stage." And she texted her back and she goes, "I got some bad news for you. I've never met the speaker before. And I had no idea you had such a bad attitude until just now." Right? So if you feel like I'm stepping on your toes, you're the one who brought those toes in here, okay? Do you see how this connects back to having more fun and less stress at work? That I'm telling you, the people who can just take their eyes off themselves for a minute and think about how can I be a good teammate, those are the people that have the day fly by. Does that make sense? Yes. One more point that I have.